welcome to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing a few new products from the AOA brand on Shopmissa, most notably a new foundation. I just recently got in my Heck Yeah shirt from YouTuber Thetela's merchandise website. If you're not following her in her videos, you should. She is my favorite YouTuber, and this shirt is just so soft and it's so cute. I think I'm going to be getting a lot of use out of it. Alright, back to the video. So Shopmissa has their own brand called the AOA line, and they have a ton of great products. I've had a video I did before where I tested out some of their products, and they are so good. And they are incredibly cheap. Most of everything is only $1. They have tons of different brands of makeup and just accessories, all kinds of different stuff on their website, but the AOA brand, in my experience, is the best out of all of them. Most of everything is only $1, which is incredible, especially with how the products perform. They are actually really good. And they just recently came out with a new foundation. It is the AOA Drop Liquid Foundation. Mine is in shade 302 Fair Ivory. Now this actually costs $1.88. I mentioned that most of their products are $1, but they have two lines that are a little bit more expensive. One is I think $1.55, and then this one's $1.88 because they go to charity. Now on the bottle it shows the A+ symbol right there. So anything that is purchased from the A+ line, the other charity is the Paw Paw collection. So everything purchased from the A+ collection or the Paw Paw collection goes to support those charities. So the A+ line helps support children's education, such as purchasing books and supplies. They mentioned building new schools where they are needed. So that is something that is just so cool of them. For a brand that is selling stuff so cheaply and is still making that effort to give back, I think that's just really awesome. So when you purchase their stuff from these lines, you can know in good faith that it's going towards a really good cause. So like I said, this costs $1.88 and you get 0.64 ounce in here. So even though you don't get the full 1 fluid ounce that you typically get in other foundations, it's so cheap. So like, it doesn't matter. It says it has a lightweight natural formula. It is a satin finish, cruelty-free, vegan, and paraben-free. I could be wrong in this, but I think that all of the products in the AOA line are cruelty-free, vegan, and paraben-free. So I really love this brand. They just seem to be doing the most, and it's great. I think this is like a light medium coverage, but it is buildable. Now I wanted to see the different ways that this might react, so I only primed one side of my face. I used my Tarte Base Tape Hydrating Primer. Oh, and to apply the foundation, I got something else. This is also from their A+ line. It is the AOA Wonder Blender in the Mochi Soft. This is what it looks like. It has that little teardrop right there. It's super soft. I already washed it. It has such a squishy sound. Like, listen. It looks a lot softer than my Real Techniques sponge. I was so disappointed because after I already put in my order, a couple days later they came out with new microfiber sponges. Would have loved to try that, but this is good for now. So it is a drop formula. I think they had 15 shades ranging from light, medium, and dark. I'm going to start off first on the primer side, my face. It's definitely lightweight upon first application. It doesn't really feel like I'm wearing a whole lot of makeup, but it is very light coverage. Like, I still have all of my freckles and my redness coming through. It took away some of the discoloration. Like, you can tell there is definitely a difference, but it is not quite medium coverage. But it says it is buildable, so I'm going to apply it to the other side of my face and then try and build it up on both sides. So this is the side without any primer. Even though I want to test out this sponge as well, I think it might be a good idea if I try and apply this foundation with a brush. I'm realizing this afterwards that I'm probably going to get much better coverage with a brush. I'm going to use the brush on the side without primer, and this is actually also from AOA. This was my very first video I did, their bamboo brush set, and this also was part of the A+ line, and I love them. Okay, already it seems like it is spreading out a lot better with the brush. Forgot about the forehead. You definitely get much better coverage with a brush. The difference in these, you can still see a bunch of redness coming through on the side with the sponge. It's not exactly full coverage, but it is definitely medium. I'm gonna go back over it with the sponge just to make it look a little bit more smoothed out, because it does look better with the sponge on the skin. Okay, yeah, the sponge is definitely smoothing it out better. I think it's taking away a little bit of the coverage that was on my cheeks, because that's where a lot of the redness is, but you know, you don't always need a full coverage foundation. I'm gonna try and apply some more on this side. I don't think it really built up with the sponge, unfortunately. Kind of just looks like the same coverage that I had. It looks good though. It is a satin finish, I would say. It doesn't look matte. It doesn't really look luminous. It sits very nicely on the skin though, especially with the sponge. Like, totally honest, you can't really tell, at least on this side, that I'm wearing any makeup. On the side with the brush, you can definitely see it more that I'm wearing makeup, but it still looks very, very natural. I think this would be great for those days that I don't really want a high coverage foundation. I just want a little bit something to even out my complexion without looking like a cakey mess. Okay, the shade I think it's good. Fair Ivory was a good choice for me. The one below that was Porcelain and it looked too light, and the one above that was Buff, and I don't think I've ever been a buff shade. It doesn't look as good on my nose, but honestly, I haven't really found many foundations that don't look bad on my nose. There's something about my nose that just doesn't want to accept makeup on its face. Like, it looks either cakey or it'll slide off super easily, no matter if I set it, powder it, use a different foundation. It's really finicky. So I'm gonna go ahead and say that I really like this foundation. I honestly was not expecting it to turn out so well because it is so cheap. Like I said, the AOA brand, they impress a lot. This would be a very good summer foundation as well because it is so lightweight feeling, but also light looking. I also really like the sponge. This is so soft. It almost looks like a microfiber sponge, but not quite. It's kind of like an in-between, but I really like it. It's very bouncy. It expands quite a good amount. It seems like it absorbs more foundation than other sponges I've used, but so I would say that the foundation and the sponge both get a thumbs up for me. I would absolutely use them in the future. The foundation doesn't feel like it needs to be set by any powder, and it feels so good. Like, by touching it, if I didn't know that I just put on foundation, I would think it's just moisturizer. So I'm going to put on the rest of my makeup before I get to the last couple of products that I'm going to be reviewing. Okay, I didn't really put on much makeup because I'm just running errands and cleaning my carpet today, so I just did concealer and brows. So one of the other products I got is this AOA brush cleaner. I've been meaning to get one of these for so long, and it was only $1, so I got it. I'm sure everyone knows what these are. You swirl your brush in here after a color if you want to reuse it again without having to wash it. Really great invention. So excited to finally have one of these. The next two products I got are lip products. This is the LA Colors Auto Lip Liner in Pinky. I also have the AOA Studios So Smooth Lipstick in Shore. This is part of the Maui collection. They have 3 different collections. So these looked a lot more similar in color on the website. The lip liners didn't really have really great swatches or pictures to tell. So it's a lot pinker than I thought it was going to be, and this is very mauve, but I'm going to, for the sake of this video, try them out together. This was $1 and it was the only product I got that wasn't AOA brand. Okay, this isn't bad. It's nothing super exciting, but it's not bad. It's just kind of like your standard lip liner. I'd compare it to the Essence ones. I would use it again, but it's not like extremely creamy or pigmented. The AOA lipstick claims to have a creamy soft satin finish and apparently a coconut fragrance. I smell a very faint fragrance. It smells good, don't get me wrong, but I just broke it. That comes off super easily. Like, this was $1, by the way. So if you are someone that is sensitive to the scents in makeup products, I don't think it'll be that big of a deal. So Definitely not the same color as the lip liner. It doesn't look so bad when I rub my lips together and kind of blend them. That's a very pretty color though. It's a very calm shade. It almost looks like it has a very slight hint of purple in it. I like the formula. It is creamy. It feels good on. It doesn't feel sticky or chalky. It looks nice. I like it. The lipsticks that I've been trying out lately, I've been really scoring. It kind of goes with the natural look I'm already going for today, so it feels nice and lightweight on, almost like a balm. I also want to add that when I made my purchase, Shopmissa was having a $1 USA shipping. I got 5 products for like $7.76, including shipping. And now I'm realizing I should have just purchased more. Because that's the hard thing about this website is everything is so cheap, so you just keep adding more to your cart and then you realize you've added half the website. And do you need these products? Probably not. And that is all I have for today's video. If you enjoyed this, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, you can hit the subscribe button. Wish me luck as I go to clean my carpets today. I spilled the AOA foundation earlier, so perfect timing. I appreciate your support. I hope you have a good rest of your week, and I will see you next time.